Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, looking at the defense for the 49ers. Yesterday, I talked about the offense and how great they are, led by Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey. The typical suspects. This one, defense should be a lot more fun. I am loving this defense. They've been really good for the past, I don't know how many years now, since the Super Bowl year in 2019 all the way until now. They did have a little bump in the road with the 3-game losing streak. A lot of people were criticizing Steve Wilks, rightfully so, because it was an awesome defense last year with D'Amico Ryans, and he's letting the defense down a little bit. But with some changes during the bye week, for the past 4 games now, we have looked awesome. The defense has been alive and looked like the defense that we all know and love, and maybe just a little bit better. I'll be talking about that in a second. It's going to be fun. I love me some defense. I love the players that we have. A lot of the guys could be Pro Bowlers, all pros this year. Not surprising at all. The biggest acquisition, Chase Young, during the trade deadline. That was an awesome trade right there. You have other guys that they picked up during the offseason and during the season as well, especially on the defensive line. You have guys like Clean Farrell. He's coming alive a little bit more. Randy Gregory, that's a great pickup as well. A lot of rotational players, and this is perfect timing because Eric Armstead is probably going to be out for a few weeks and have other guys take over and hopefully have a great role. Javon Kinlaw, this is his chance to shine. He's done a really good job so far in this recent stretch of winning. That's awesome to see. Defensive backs, it's been hit and miss, but mostly hits for the most part. I would say during the losing streak, that was their low point, but so far they played really well. Charvarius Ward has really answered the call to cover every receiver for as much as possible. He did a great job against DK Metcalf. He did a great job against the Eagles. Lots of pass deflections. As I said, he does lead the league in pass deflections, which is just awesome right there. I mean, this team is very opportunistic, very great group led by Steve Wilks now. I think this is one of his great coaching jobs in his career so far. I mean, you could say Carolina last year, he did a pretty good job there. So far in San Francisco, he's leading the way with defensive coordinators performing really well for the 49ers. And, it looks like all the players love him. They loved him in Carolina last year. I followed all of that. I'm assuming now the love for him is coming through after this winning streak. It was a little bit of a bump, but now everything is mostly good. Everything is going with the flow. I would say the number one thing that Steve Wilks has done for the 49ers is definitely change the defensive backs. They've been more opportunistic, and if you look at the statistics, man, I cannot speak. Statistics, they lead the league in interceptions with 15. New Orleans and Chicago are a little bit behind, but San Francisco with 15. I mean, I would have never thought that the 49ers would lead the league in interceptions at all. I mean, I could see sacks and pressures and everything like that, but interceptions, wow, that is just awesome right there. I think that has a little bit of footprint of Steve Wilks because we did take the ball away with D'Amico Ryans and Robert Saleh, but we never got as many interceptions as with Steve Wilks now. So I'll give Wilks a lot of credit for that, and that's the thing that the 49ers brought him in for, was to shore up the secondary. And for the most part, I think he's done a really good job, minus the losing streak. I mean, the guys, they've answered the call. Ambry Thomas is coming alive. Give him a lot of credit. Lenore is playing inside, which is another great thing as well. I mean, I'm loving this 49ers defense from top to bottom. This feels like a complete defense, what you expect for the 49ers, and even more than usual, per usual. You have the defensive line. They are struggling just a little bit, but with Chase Young, everything is all forgiven, all forgotten. All the defensive backs are playing press coverage instead of the all big zone, let Addison throw for 10 yards a catch, a clip. That's not happening anymore. I'm loving it definitely. And, with this team, I think it's one of the most complete teams that I've seen from the 49ers since probably the 2019 season. Honestly, it's even more elevated with Brock Purdy leading the way and the addition of Christian McCaffrey from last year. I mean, come on. Who's going to compete with the 49ers? Some teams will. We do have a tough one in a few weeks on Christmas Day against the Baltimore Ravens. That's going to be an epic matchup right there. I expect that one to be a very physical fight right there, just like in 2019. It's going to be a lot of fun. So props to the defense. Right now, I think they're currently ranked 4th or 5th in terms of yards allowed, but honestly, they should be ranked first. I mean, if they had that little 3-game losing streak and had a little bit of a more consistent performance, then yeah, they'd probably be number 1. They are number 2 in points allowed, which is not surprising at all because they do a really good job. I think the only time they allowed a lot of points was against the Bengals, I believe, when Joe Burrow was healthy. Other than that, no team's been able to score on the 49ers. Very difficult, and they've been able to get the ball away, give Brock Purdy and offense a lot of opportunities to score touchdowns, and they have been cashing in on those touchdowns as well, not just field goals. So yeah, give them my love to the 49ers defense. Everybody, defensive line, linebackers, DBs, awesome to see. And what more can you ask for a great defense like the 49ers? So, yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. Please let me know what you guys think about the defense for the Niners. Do you think it's one of the best, one of the worst, average? Please, I like what you guys to say in the comments below. As always, if you guys like this per usual, like and subscribe. That is much appreciative, and I hope to catch you guys up hopefully tomorrow on a Saturday, if not Sunday before the game against Seattle. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, rest of your night. Go Niners all day.